Hello everyone. If you don't know who am I and what are you doing here, my name is Dmitriy Lavrov. I am a professional trader, founder of Tradunity, and today we make a new live stream where we are going to talk about mainly about crypto, as we have some interesting movements which we should discuss in order to probably provide you some ideas about how to act in this market and what we can expect. Before we start, I have two announcements, and the first one is we still have free spots for our unique, the best, the perfect offer in the market. I'm talking about 3 months of all our Tradunity's premium products and services for free. We are searching for beta testers who will help us to get feedback and to test, I should say, a workable trading robot in combination with our broker partner and a copy trading platform. So if you want to get a really interesting courses about money management, about trading psychology, I make a new crypto trading course, just part by parts, and you can also join it to this course. You will get access to all our academy, to our premium community with experts, where you can ask questions about markets, for example. You will get access to our premium trading signals, market overviews. So there are a lot of interesting and really cool stuff which you can get for free during 3 months, and it will allow you to save $450. So it's a really good deal. And what is also important, you will need to pass just simple steps, 3 steps, and get access. Only time by time provide us your feedback. So it won't take so much time from your side, but the rewards will be much better and much more interesting. So it's just for, if you are interested, you can visit our page about this promotion. It is tradunity.com/beta. You can ask and send me the direct message in TradingView. I will provide you the same link. You can find the link in the chat. Just I can copy and send to you for your access. And you can find here the information, what you need to do for taking part in it, what will be included. Here is you can watch this maybe nice video, maybe not so nice video, but I did the best for making this video watchable. You can get information about this trading robot which we test. So all information here, and if you want to do this, and I think it's really the best offer for testing our services, for testing our products, and getting really a lot of things helpful for you and for your trading. So just use this simple form for filling and getting access. That's all. So it is the first announcement. The second one is in this stream I will share my own personal opinion. It means that I use it for my personal trading. I have such a vision on the market. If you want to use this information for your personal trading, first of all, make your own research. The second thing, trading in the financial markets is risky, and you must know it. And the most important thing, only you can be responsible for all your trading results, and based on it you must take trading decisions. So that's all, and it's time to talk about crypto. But if you are new here, if you just join our YouTube channel, please subscribe, because every week I make such webinars, such streams about market overviews every Monday. Every Wednesday I reply questions also in the stream format, so it will be interesting. And we make videos, and we are going to make much more videos about trading, money management, investing, everything about trading. So it will be interesting. Please support us and subscribe to our channel. So let's talk about crypto. I will start from Bitcoin because it is the main market which we must follow. If you need markets for discussion, please write them in chat. I will read these markets from your chat and talk about markets which are interesting for you. What should I say? First of all, if you follow me on TradingView, probably you know I am I have been waiting for a correction since probably 5,000 level, then it was 6,000 level, now it is 8,000 level. Based on my personal opinion, for making a good and stable uptrend, it will be good if market will move up and down. There will be impulse waves in the direction of the main uptrend. There will be correction movements to this uptrend, and step by step, moving upwards, correcting, we will be able to build, to create a stable and good uptrend in the long run without making bubbles. But it's just only my vision how it could be done in the perfect way. But we can have our own vision, we can have our own dreams, but markets follow, all markets follow only their own plans. It's okay, so nobody can be disappointed. We must just get signals from markets, make the right decisions based on these signals, and follow them. That's all. So what we have now? We have the market which reached a very important also resistance level based on the round numbers. It is 8,000 level, where after reaching this level we could see the price bounced and dropped to 7,000, and we have the tail just about reaching 6,000, maybe 100, 200 level. So such movement like upward movement reaching the level and bouncing, it means that the level, in our case 8,000, it is a workable level which we must take into consideration talking about further price movements. After that, we could expect that the price will fall, will start correcting movement, and based on such upward movement with retracement, we should expect the fall into 6,000, reversal and continuation of the uptrend. But as I told you, market had another plan and another vision for this period of time. Price moved back, continued sideways movement at 8,000 level, and formed for us a pattern. If we talk about the daily time frame, it can be like a pennant which belongs to the continuation group of patterns. The continuation group of patterns is just a pattern which confirms the continuation of the previous price movement. The previous price movement was the uptrend, so if you have such continuation pattern on the uptrend, it means you should expect the uptrend. When we talk about reversal chart patterns, it means we should expect the opposite direction movement, and mainly we have such reversal chart patterns on top of trends or bottom of trends. So now we have another situation, and just getting such pennant pattern means we had to think about buying for just standard situation. But based on my opinion, it was not so reliable signal because of several reasons, and these reasons are. Let's talk about them step by step and one by one. First of all, we need to move to the weekly chart and see this amazing price movement, which I can say we can think about this price movement starting from this level, when price bounced from simple moving average with the 200 period, really very strong support line. We can start talking about the upward movement just from 3,500. This area gave us interesting and, as we can see now, profitable buy signals, which could give us a lot of money. And the market made the upward movement without correction. If you think this part of market can be called like correction, probably yes. Sometimes maybe we can say it's like this, but it won't be reliable. For me, it's better to get a correction against the previous upward movement. If we talk about, for example, Fibonacci levels, at least it will be good correction if the market retrace at 50%. So it will be not so deep correction, not so small correction. It will be really workable and perfect correction. In our case, market moved sideways, but I would like to talk here more about like the market had some rests before continuation of the previous upward movement, and I don't want to say that this is a correction of this price movement. Someone can tell such things, and technical analysis is just a part of analysis where sometimes you can have both two different decisions, and all of them can be correct. I would like to skip this movement and talk about it like a little break in 3 weeks, and after that continuation of the upward movement. And for me, this upward movement is just like one. So it must be corrected. It wasn't corrected from 6,000. It wasn't corrected from 7,000, and now we have 8,000, which is also possible resistance zone based on this swing high where price bounced from it. So we could expect it the reversal from this area. And the previous week showed us that the market really see this level, and it was going to correct this movement because to bounce from this level, because you see the tail. And if you watched for the market in real time during the previous week, you could see probably in the beginning that the price, based on the daily chart, based on the weekly chart, we had just a forming bearish candle. But to my mind, it was Friday. It was to my mind the end of the week when bulls pushed the market higher, and the close price was at 8,800. We got the bullish candle, strong candle, which just tell us that the market broke the resistance level and continues the upward movement. So again, if it could be something like probably, let's say, if we talk about the same structure, if we could get the same bullish candle breaking the resistance level, I could use this. I would like to use such signal, but from 4,000 level. It could be used maybe even from 6,000 level. But market made a really long and good upward movement, and here with every new highs you have more and more chances to take the false signal, fake breakouts, because the market must be corrected. There are no markets which moves like in one direction. All markets move up and down. Just the size of direction in the trend, the size of waves in the direction of the main trade, mainly bigger than correction movements. So that's why we have trend movements in upward movement, or in downward movements. So the same goes about the weekly chart. We on the one side we got the signal confirming the breakout, but on the other hand I would like to be very careful in this zone, because market made a good upward movement, we didn't have correction, and look at this candle which we have now, which is which forms now. Today is Monday. Of course, everything can be changed, but if in 6 days we get the same size and the same form of candle, it will be a reversal candle. It can be called like doji. So it tells us about, first of all, tells us about the break on the market. We had the upward movement, and the market just took the break. It means that there are questions to the how strength buyers are, and such doji can be like candles telling us about possible price reversals. If we get such candle, it will be the first signal telling us about the market which can retrace. The second signal comes from RSI, which reached overbought zone, and it stays there, and it climbed to 80, which is not often you can get such value of RSI. So it's just another signal telling us about that the market is overbought, and correction can be anytime, and just it's just the question of time when we see the starting of correction movement. At the same time, we have bullish signals confirming the uptrend, and we have it. RSI tells us about possible reversal and possible correction movement, so it is just a bearish signal. But MACD tells us about the strong upward movement, so it's bullish signals from MACD lines and MACD histogram. But at the same time, MACD histogram also moves above the signal level 0, and if correction will be started, RSI also will support us the possible downward movement, which is a correction for us. Also, another indicator which provides us bullish signal, it is a DMI indicator, and first of all, it tells us about bullish direction, because DI line is above DI minus line, which is bearish one. Also, this indicator tells us about trend market conditions, because ADX line, which is blue one, moves above the signal level 20, so it is above 30 even. It tells us about the strong uptrend, and ADX line moves upwards, and it tells us about the strength of buyers based on the weekly period of time. So we have a possible bearish signal from the chart. If we get such candle, we have the bearish signal from RSI, and it tells us about overbought market conditions. So two signals, and we have also two strong signals confirming the continuation of the upward movement. So how we can combine these opposite signals together? So it will be really very simple, because ADX DMI indicator will it tells us about the main direction of the market, and it tells us about trend. It tells us about market conditions. Based on ADX line, we have trend market conditions, and it means that in the medium term at least, or maybe in the long run, we should be ready to see the uptrend. The same goes about MACD lines and MACD lines, which also support the main direction, like the uptrend. But when we talk about RSI, just mainly we should focus on short-term, medium-term price movements, like correction can be. Correction is just a short-term price movement against the main direction. Short-term, I mean based on the weekly chart, it can take several weeks, it can take maybe 1 month if we talk about weekly charts. So it will be absolutely okay if RSI will drop from overbought zone, maybe to 50 level, to the middle of the range of RSI, and reverses and continues growing. So it will be a really good signal, another one supporting the continuation of the uptrend. DMI will continue providing us bullish signals and confirmation the trend market conditions. So everything will be perfect and everyone will be happy, because everyone will get just another opportunity to buy and join to the uptrend. What is not so perfect in this amazing picture, that the market really can break this 8,000 level and reach 10,000. So this period can be really good for making a lot of mistakes, because it will be like buying on tops, buying too far from a good entry zones, especially if you trade with margin. Probably it will be just a really cool opportunity to blow up all money if you use leverage in the wrong way, and if you don't follow the proper money management strategy. So again, if you skipped really good entry levels based on the reversal signals from simple moving average here, if we talk about the weekly chart based on breakouts and reversal signals from the daily charts, buying here, it's really it's not a good idea at all, just from my point of view, because I prefer to talk about proper trading in any financial markets. And buying here, it makes your stop size huge, it makes your entry level too far from the good one. It breaks the rules of how to trade in trend market conditions when you buy based on reversals from support lines, support levels. So everything will be wrong. But at the same time, if we talk about, for example, if you are an investor like Warren Buffett, and you can buy and hold for 10 years, probably it's not a problem to buy based on these breakouts above the resistance level. It will be not so good if it doesn't matter for you 8,000, 6,000, 5,000, 3,000. If your target is at $100,000, probably yes. It's not a problem how to enter, where to enter. But if we talk about proper money management and proper trading, this structure is not good for buying at all, and the best, the perfect situation, we need to wait for a correction and buy based on reversals. Just this idea I try to explain in my post on TradingView, and this plan, I follow this plan, because okay, if market doesn't provide us good entry opportunities now, it's not a time to just try to catch the fast train which you missed. You just be patient and try to wait for correction and open long position in the right places, following the right signals. So, based on the weekly chart, I should say that the market in such situation where yes, it can reach 10,000 because we can see a strong support from the community. We have strong support from fundamental factors. We have just maybe local hype, and all together it can push market even higher. But again, it can't move only upward, because if the market will move like it was in 2017, we will have, so it's not a normal movement really. It's not a typical movement really. It's a unique movement, and mainly such strong upward movement, all of them lead to such crashing. Because when the market moves without supporting from fundamental factors, it makes just a bubble in the market, and all bubbles they lead to such fallings, and just it's a part of game. Everyone know about it, who knows how markets moves and how to trade on them. So that's why this upward movement is rather good on the one hand, but on the other hand, it can lead to a new bubble, and it won't be good for all people, for all parties who take part in this trading. At the same time, we should be ready to see a correction which will be good for us. So the weekly time frame will be able to provide us reversal signals, but for this we will need to wait for the close price of this week. It will be Sunday. And look at the candles, look at the indicators, and take the decision based on the weekly chart. So moving back to the daily chart. And again, let's talk about this pennant continuation pattern, where this breakout and confirmation that this is the continuation pattern can be wrong because of the weekly time frame, where we talk about that probably the market will bounce and start correction. If so, this chart pattern will provide us a fake signal confirming the continuation. So buying here means you buy on top. You will have a good chances to fall. And again, if we talk about buying based on the breakout above 8,000 level, or based on this chart pattern, it means you have a really risky trade where you have a good chances to catch the correction movement and see the falling. When we talk about the daily time frame, also we have to talk about just like a possible trend reversal signal, which can be based on the bearish divergence. If we talk about weekly, we need to wait 6 days for getting a reversal candlestick pattern. But if we talk about the daily time frame, here we have the same pattern, candlestick pattern like doji. It's also just a reversal candlestick pattern, which also tells us about possible a break in the market movement. If this day will be closed like this, it will be a reversal candlestick pattern and probably a new swing high. So we will have swing high 1, swing high 2, probably we will be able to draw such line, and probably if here we have a swing high, RSI will give us a new peak lower than the previous one, and it will be a bearish divergence. Bearish divergence, it's a trend reversal signal, which tells us about, first of all, it can tell us about correction movement, and the second thing, it can tell about, it gives a trend reversal signal. a strong trend reversal signal. In our case, I don't believe that bullish trend can be reversed into sideways or bearish, because how the market moved and how it reached this level, we can see a good demand for Bitcoin, and we can see that traders and community are active and buying. So and it can be just the main reason why we don't have corrections, and why the market is so stable. So I don't believe in trend reversal, but I believe in correction, and the bearish divergence can provide us the signal confirming this correction. The same goes about market is overbought, because we can see the huge space between the current price and simple moving averages, which also means the market has a good space for the falling and reaching these levels. Also, we can just see RSI dropped from the overbought zone, then moved back in the overbought zone, and now it can also starts falling from the overbought zone again, and it will give us a bearish signal, like what we should expect from the weekly chart. The same goes about just a second. The same goes about MACD. You can see how far MACD lines climbed, and they will be able to provide us a really good signal, and now they provide us a signal that the market is overbought, and when the lines start falling, it will provide us good signal confirming the downward movement, so our correction. Another signal is from a DMA indicator. It tells us again we have bullish trend, we have trend market conditions, as the blue line, which is ADX line, is about the signal line. It is the uptrend, and everything is okay, but ADX line falls, and when it falls, it means buyers are not they don't have power for pushing market higher. So in such conditions, we also can see a situation telling us about time for correction movement. So the daily time frame, again, probably three weeks, I'm talking about just correction movement, and market moves higher. But still, again, we can't ignore signals from the chart, and these signals, they are not like okay, I will think about something and tell you something. No, we have clear signals from indicators and from chart. Clear signals tell us about possible correction movement in the upwards in the uptrend structure. So you shouldn't be surprised if market will start correction. If market starts correction, for us it will be really good opportunity for talking about possible buy signals based on the reversal signals from support lines, like moving average with different periods, buy signals from uptrend lines, if you use just lines, if you draw lines using technical tools, or these signals can be found at support levels. We have 7,000 support level, we have good 6,000 support level, 6,000 I should say. It will be like a really solid support level, and if the market continues falling, 6,000 will be really strong support in combination with lines and levels. It can be really a good starting point for a new wave in the direction of the uptrend. We have to wait such correction and buy signals. If not, and of course it's possible, like I told you before, the price can continue the upward movement, but it will be not so logical, and it will be against these signals which we got now and talk about now. but it can be like this. Today in the morning I watched news and just financial news where the authors of the show talk about Bitcoin, and again, nobody knows exactly the nature of this movement which we got during this several months, but they can just talk about possible reasons of this movement. The interest from institutional traders, the interest from a wide range of people involved in trading in the traditional markets. They are looking for opportunities to start trade Bitcoin, and everything is about Bitcoin, and everything was about Fidelity with their new platform allowing trading Bitcoin and providing access to crypto markets to big players, institutional players. So again, from just such type of news, the most important things for me, they were like all traditional markets knows only Bitcoin. All institutional traders want to trade Bitcoin. So Bitcoin will be the main market which where institutional monies will be involved, and it will push the price higher, higher and higher. To my mind, JP Morgan also talked about possible correction movement, and also again it was very logical from their side talk about the proper market movements, and they try to apply traditional market movements on Bitcoin. Also, they talk about possible correction, but continuation of the main bullish trend, because there is a demand from traditional sector and from institutional traders and companies. So it can be a really good support, and I also want to think that all these movements, they were only because of interest and support from such type of news where institutional money will come and push the market higher. Based on this news, we also can see the continuation of the upward movement, and several weeks ago, to my mind, I shared with you the news that Fidelity is they are going to launch their platform for trading crypto in a few weeks. So it was several weeks ago, few weeks, and it looks like Fidelity will be able to start providing crypto trading maybe very soon, and it's just another reason to think about that the market won't correct this movement and continue the upward movement, and the price will be able to reach 10,000. What will be after that? It will be another story, and we will need to talk about that market conditions just using that signals. Now we don't have any ideas about how fast the price will reach it, which signals we will have. But we also should take should make note that such upward movement is possible, and if the price continues the upward movement, I don't want to talk about 9,000. Yes, it can be like a resistance level because it is a round number level. But if the price continues the upward movement, I think the main goal for buyers will be to reach 10,000, because 10,000 like a very strong, it's just a very important level from different aspects of token. It is important level, resistance level, where we will need a really strong signals for breaking and continuation the upward movement. So again, if we look at the current situation, now it is good for all to have correction, because if we have the same the same upward movement like we got in 2017 when the price bounced from 6,000, and without good retracement, let's say it was just only about 17,000 level, the market made all-time highs. So if we get something like this, I am worried about a new bubble. And anyway, in such movement, what is wrong with such movement? Let's say we have a true value of financial instrument, just instrument like Bitcoin or any other. There is a true value and there is the current price. Not always the true value is the same like the current price. Sometimes the true value can be higher than the current price, and it gives us a really cool opportunities for buying. Sometimes the current price can be higher than the true value, and it means that the market has space for falling in order to meet the current the true price, the true value of a product. So when the market moves only in one direction, like in our case moves only upwards, higher, it means that probably here we have just the situation where the real price, the true price of Bitcoin and the current prices were not far from each other, and the market moved step by step upwards, higher and higher. But here, with such strong upward movement, I guess the real price, the true price of Bitcoin stayed not far from these levels, but the market price moved too far from it, and we got just the situation, the bubble, where after some time all bubbles moved to crashing, such fallings, and we got it. So in order to avoid the same situation where the current price will move to the true price, it's better to have just another pattern, and don't be greedy, don't be pushers pushing the market higher and higher. It's better to just to get the real support and move maybe slower, but with real fundamental reasons supporting the growing of the real price of the Bitcoin. So if we talk about the daily time frame, probably we will have one more trend reversal signals which will confirm the correction movement, and probably the market will make the same reversal signals from 10,000. Also it can be, so don't be surprised. But still, again, if we talk about proper trading and proper money management, there is only one way: wait for a correction movement. Even the price will reach 20,000 without correction, still we must wait for correction movement and buy based on the reversal signals in the direction of the trends. There are no other variants. If we move lower to 4 hour time frames, we can see just based on 4 hour time frames, I can say that this upward movement, it was corrected, because the correction was in a sideways structure. And yes, if the daily time frame could do the same, the breakout, in our case it was just the breakout from the triangle, it can be used for buying, and it was absolutely okay. But it's just only 4 hour time frame, and the higher time frame will have more power for us, and more the signals from higher time frames must be in priority. So again, this pattern worked like a continuation pattern. So we got the good upward movement, and here again probably we will have the retracement to 8,000 because RSI drops from the overbought zone. In spite of ADX DMI indicator confirms the uptrend in the short term, in the medium term. I would like to expect the fall into this zone, not far from 8,000. After that, we will be able to see what will be next, because this zone will be supported by level 8,000. It will be supported by this line, which can be like a support for the market. It will be supported by a simple moving average with 30 period. It will be supported by simple moving average with 100 period. Based on this time frame, this zone will become really strong, and it can be a reason for bouncing and maybe a new attempt to move higher. This reversal can be used maybe for short-term trading only, but the price action at this support zone will be important for further market movements, because if price break this zone, it will open the road to the 7,000, and in such way we will talk about that Bitcoin has the uptrend based on the weekly chart, the uptrend based on the daily chart, but based on the 4-hour chart, it will be probably the trend reversal, because a lot of traders use simple moving average with 100 period like the main line, telling us about the trend direction. So if price is above simple moving averages with the 100 period, it's bullish trend. If below, it is a bearish trend. If price crosses the line, this line, it means we have a trend reversal. It will be interesting to look at the price action at 8,000 level if the price reached it. Here is my opinion about Bitcoin, and what is also very important. In my opinion, Bitcoin is just the main market we have to focus. The main market. There are altcoins and there are shitcoins. Shitcoins, I would like to forget about them, because they are really nothing, and they are really nothing because of many different reasons, like they can be really very manipulated, there are no background behind them, there are no trust behind them, the markets are really small, and the movements can be really unpredictable. Some shitcoins don't have history, so it can be used for technical analysis, and many other things. So shitcoins just like markets providing nothing interesting for trading. Altcoins. If we talk about altcoins, maybe it will be a good idea to divide them into top altcoins like Ethereum, or maybe a Litecoin, and just maybe top 10, top 20, which can be maybe traded, which can be reliable. Yes. But again, if we talk about the interest and institutional money like the main driver for pushing crypto upwards, it will be Bitcoin mainly. And I'm worried about the same situation like I shared with you many weeks ago, that investing in Bitcoin, a lot of money will come in Bitcoin. The market will move upward. It can move with the upward movement can be strong, and we don't know how people will act in such period of time. Probably some or not maybe only people, but how big players who hold a lot of altcoins will act in such period of time. Because if some of them will decide to join to Bitcoin movement, so they will sell altcoins and they will buy Bitcoin. Selling altcoins means they will push price lower for altcoins. Buying Bitcoins, they will push, they will take part in supporting Bitcoin upward movement. So that's why when we talk about Bitcoin, it's everything clear, and the uptrend, stable uptrend, everything is good. When we talk about altcoins, even top altcoins, there can be variants. They can also move in the direction of Bitcoin, because Bitcoin will tell us about positive. It means crypto will be in positive, with positive news, and as we have positive news for crypto, altcoins also can continue the upward movement following Bitcoin. It's just the first variant. The second variant is we have just the situation when some people will buy altcoins, some people will sell altcoins. Some big players will buy altcoins, trying to follow the main uptrend of crypto, just using other tools and other instruments. Some of big players will sell altcoins for buying Bitcoin. So it can be like the situation: Bitcoin will move upward. Altcoins move sideways or move upward slower. It will be. It can be also like this. At the same time, we can have just the opposite movement. Bitcoin will move upwards. Some altcoins can drop, because if big players or if a lot of people start selling altcoins for buying Bitcoin, it will push altcoins downwards. So from this point of view, altcoins have variants. Bitcoin have the uptrend, the strong uptrend. Also, Bitcoin has a solid reputation, has a solid background. It is big market, and it makes Bitcoin the most reliable crypto digital asset for investing, for trading, and from different aspects, Bitcoin is really the most important and the most interesting market. As for altcoins, you must be very careful, because everything can be with altcoins. So that's all what I wanted to tell you about the current situation and about Bitcoin. If you want to look at any other markets, I will do it right now, and I will start from the chat, where I got some feedback from you. Thank you very much for it. Mac, I have been waiting to get into XTZ. Tihas, what is your take on how the charts are now looking? Okay, I will look at this market. Bitcoin dropped from 8,090 to 8,070. If we talk about such falling, it can be like a short-term retracement. Based on the hourly charts, yes, it can be like a movement, but based on the daily, it just it can be like a noise. Now, no important information signals from the market. Some reason only has. Just a second. I need to charge my mouse. Just a second. I will talk with you about where is. Just a second, please. About one more thing I would like to add about Bitcoin. Why it is so popular, maybe. Why it is important for institutional traders. Just like one of the main reasons. This is the first coin which we have. So it has reputation, it has background, and it was logical that institutional traders decided to pick this market for investing. I think everything works. Please write in the chat, is everything okay with the stream? I mean, you can see me, you can hear me, and I will need maybe 5 minutes to charge my mouse to look at your chats. So we have Bitcoin with the reputation and like the main the representative of crypto. For institutional traders, it's also very important to work with trusted markets. Just the first reason. Probably you think about in other way. For you, it's just profit, money, much more important, and that's why. And it can be just one of the reasons why you like to play with shitcoins, because shitcoins can provide you these amazing opportunities for making a lot of money, because they can be pumped too much. So there are a lot of opportunities, but at the same time, works good still. Okay, but at the same time, if we talk about shitcoins, there is no responsibility behind them. They can move upwards on 1,000%. They can drop. It's okay. There is no history. There is nothing behind them, and they can do this. And that's why it makes shitcoins rather risky for trading, and markets are unpredictable, manipulated, and probably they will need to spend a lot of time and efforts for making reputation and for growing their status. But it can take years, it can take many years. So from this point of view, of course, it's not so interesting to follow. Bitcoin, let's just think about Bitcoin is just like a market with it's a new market for traditional market with some potential for making good profit. Good profit, it can be like several hundreds percent per year. It will be really amazing profits for traditional players, for players from traditional markets, because for example, if you trade only crypto, probably you think that okay, 90%, 100% of profit per month is good, it's so, but big hedge funds make 90% per month or per year, and it's amazing profit. It's amazing profit. They can search for profit like several percent per month, and will be absolutely okay for them and for all investors who take part in this hedge fund. The reason is, if you can make stable profit year by year, even 20, 30, 40, 50% per year will be amazing. So institutional traders and institutional companies see a new market with some potential, which can give interesting movements. It is new, why not to take part? And they see only Bitcoin. Also, they will invest a lot of money, and if you invest a lot of money in small markets, so you won't have opportunity to get benefits from this market, because you buy, and for fixed profit you will need to sell. How you will sell if nobody want to sell and give you such just to close your trade for selling? And it can be like a situation when you have profit, but you can't exit from these trades. That's why big money needs markets with capitalization, with big capitalization. Crypto is a really very small market. Even with Bitcoin, even with all together, it's a very small market where for big players there are no good space, there are no enough space. So there is only Bitcoin which can provide something like an opportunity to buy and exit, to buy and sell, so to enter and exit from the market. That's why, because of these reasons, institutional traders focus on Bitcoin, and maybe nobody knows about other altcoins lower than top 10 maybe. So that's why when we talk about trading, in the long run, we need to follow these ideas in order to trade in the same direction like the big players will do, and they will do it with Bitcoin, and I guess they all will be interested to at least maybe repeat the past performance, maybe not so fast like it was in 2017, but they will be able to support the uptrend, and step by step we will be able at least to reach 20,000 level. It can be possible, maybe not during this year, maybe during the next year, but again, if we talk about institutional traders where they can invest in 3-5 years, why not to wait for such time and reach this level and maybe higher. I also try to get your opinion about the real value of Bitcoin, and I post on TradingView without any just clear maybe understanding from your side what is the real value of Bitcoin, because if the real value is not far from the current prices, let's say the true price of Bitcoin is not far from the current prices, we have a solid base for further growing. If it is lower than the current price, we have it can be used like another signal confirming possible correction. Also from the morning news, as I told you, to my mind, JP Morgan, they thought about a possible correction and maybe possible period of falling, just not like it was in 2018, but maybe a long period of time with probably a sideways movement based on the lower levels. But only after that we will be able to see a new uptrend, really strong uptrend. Maybe it can be like this also, but just if we talk about the current market conditions and if we talk about the current signals, we have the uptrend. It is effect, it is strong, and how the price moves and reach it, and how the market doesn't want to start correction, it can be used like a signals confirming the strength of this trend. So probably we will see the strong bullish trend, which will lead us to the previous historical high, just without solid corrections. So okay, it works now. Let's talk about the price XTZ. I don't know what is it, to tell you the truth. You probably know my attention, my interest to such unknown coins. So what we have now, based on Kraken prices, if you don't mind. So again, we need to move to the daily time frame, because even if you are a day trader, it's better to look to start making analysis using the daily time frame. Based on it, we have the uptrend. We can talk about it just using only how market moved higher highs, higher lows. Now it can be like a period. Again, we have a possible bearish divergence based on these swing highs, higher highs, and look how RSI made the peaks. These peaks were at the same. They are at the same level, and it gives us. It tells us that price and indicators reverses, and it's just a signal telling us about possible trend reversal or a correction movement. So now we have the uptrend, but again, you see this falling, which can be, which can repeat the Bitcoin sideways movement at that time. You can see it's the daily time frame. So this bullish candle probably supported the upward movement from Bitcoin, which we got, and now we have a bearish candle, which is bigger than on Bitcoin. So this market doesn't follow Bitcoin completely, because the upward movements are not so strong, but correction is deeper. So if Bitcoin continues just maybe sideways movement or moving lower, this market absolutely will move downward, and you will need to focus. You will need to focus on, let's say, this zone, which can be at it will be combination of the uptrend line based on this starting point and this swing low based on simple moving average with the 50 period. So altogether they will be able to form the support zone, which will be started from here is we have this swing high, we have swing low. It means we have a zone. So the price can bounce from it and give buy opportunities, or drop lower and bounce from this combination. It can be at 1.30. So if we talk about this market, it has potential for falling. If the price will break this line, I would like to talk about possible maybe sideways movements, or at least reaching 1.0 level as the main support. It will be deep correction, which can lead also to a good buy opportunity, or if the price breaks this level, probably it will be a time talking about trend reversal here. So when we talk about Bitcoin, we can understand from different points of view, just because of different reasons, like institutional interests, institutional money, professional traders' interests, I don't know, technical analysis, fundamental analysis, like it is a new market with great potential. Based on all of these things, we can be maybe not completely, but we can be sure that Bitcoin has the future. When we talk about shitcoins, we don't have such strong signals, and everything can be. So from this point of view, shitcoins, of course you can trade shitcoins, but the part of shitcoins in your trading portfolio should be as less as possible. Even they can provide good income, but these markets are really very risky, and if you make your trading portfolio in the wrong way, if you invest too much money in wrong markets, you will have amazing emotions. If markets will move against you, you will have amazing opportunity to lose all your money. Of course, you will have a chance to make a lot of money, but it will be not trading. It will be like relying on how lucky you are. If so, maybe casino will be the better choice, because you will be able to also to win a lot of money relying on your luck, how lucky you are, much faster and with maybe more emotions. So about this market, wait for a correction. And if you believe in this market, probably if you believe that fundamental part of this project is good and solid, you can try, but with very maybe little part of your capital. The next question was about greetings from Dubai, the best wishes to Dubai. About Ripple. XRP. We talked about this market also during the previous streams. So what's new? We talk about the sideways movement for this market, because if Bitcoin and top altcoins showed us the uptrends, Ripple continued sideways movement, and for us it was important to break this swing high, just in order to make a new swing high, which could confirm a starting of a new uptrend. Also, we had the resistance zone. Let's say it was about between 0.37, 35 and 0.40. Price broke this zone, price made new high, we got the retracement, so this retracement probably could be used for buying because of these reversal signals. This new attempt to move higher, and we got the sideways movement on Bitcoin, and just draw your attention that Bitcoin probably will continue falling or sideways movement. Probably maybe today we will get a bearish candle, but Ripple just provide us for 2 days 2 bullish candles, and even this candle is bullish, it can tell us about a reversal also, and maybe in short term or in medium term it will depend on how Bitcoin will move. We will be able to see the side movement at this, now it will be support zone, because we had the resistance zone between these two levels, price broke it and dropped to it, now it acts like the support zone. So if we talk about Ripple, probably if we make the chart like this, you can see that if we talk about long-term trading, if we look at the whole picture, we can see that now market is not far from the bottom, and if you believe in this market, if you can wait for months or years, probably investing based on the current prices also can be interesting. But again, where if you buy here, just imagine, if we buy based on the current prices, and we expect the bullish period for this market, so it's okay. We have plan and we just need to wait. But what if the market starts falling? So you have a plan, you are ready to invest in this market because it is not far from the bottom, you believe in it, and you expected the bullish period for this market. Market moves against you, so you must decide before investing where will be the level when you understand that your plan doesn't work, and you must close your long position. So from my point of view, it should be like the level 0.30. We have the support zone. This support zone can be like the starting point for a new uptrend. If price breaks this support zone, it will give us a clear signal that probably not this time. The market are ready to start the bullish trend. It's if so, we don't have any reasons to hold our long positions, and we will need to close our long position for this market if the price break this support at 0.30. It will be simple, but this plan must be confirmed before opening any position in this market. So you have a plan, what you should do if the market will move in your direction, what you should do if the market will move against you. So you have a plan for this market. Another questions from your side. So we talk about Ripple. Could you look at EOS Maxim? Yes, let's look at this market. It's rather interesting market. And we'll also talk about it time by time. Again, you can see here another market move, another pattern, another market movements. Where we have bullish trends, it moves upward, and look at these two bullish candles, which can be again they are bigger than the movement on Bitcoin. So I can say that probably this market also doesn't follow completely the same movements, and maybe it is small, and there is interest of big players for this coin. So there can be different variants why this market moves higher and moves in the direction in the bullish direction, but Bitcoin just has another type of price movement. This market continues the uptrend, and again the good. Let's talk about where you can the levels where you can buy. You could buy it based on, let's say, a breakout above and bouncing. When market bounced from let's say 2.30, it gave us a new swing lower, which we could use for drawing the uptrend line. We could use the breakout above these swing highs and simple moving average with the 100 period for buying based on breakout signals. I just draw your attention that in this situation, look, the market was not too overbought, because we can see it based on the position of moving average and price. We can't see huge distance and space between simple moving average and the current price. Here it was closer, and it means, this situation means that if we talk about true value of the market and the current and the market price, they are close to each other, and it's absolutely okay. These breakouts can be used perfectly. This breakout also could be supported by the idea that we talk about ADX line, which starts moving above the signal level 20, and such movement tells us about the beginning of the uptrend. So in this combination, in this pattern, the breakout will be so good signal for buying. Just remind you, try to imagine the buy signal based on breakouts for Bitcoin, where the market is overbought, the price is too far from moving averages, and also we have breakout. And there are really two great difference between these breakout signals. This breakout is much stronger, and you should search for such breakouts where the market is not overbought, where there is the beginning probably of a new trend, so everything is on your side, and you can really open a really good position. So you could buy based on this signal, based on this breakout. You can join probably based on these reversals, but these reversals were not far from if you use this simple moving average with high period like to 200. If you don't use it, you could just buy based on this reversal. You could buy based on the breakouts here, but again, here there will be the same pattern where we have the uptrend confirmed by DMI indicators. We got the correction movement, this correction movement in the sideway, and again indicator confirmed us the beginning of a new uptrend or a new movement in the direction of the previous trend or the direction of the main trend. And this breakout also can be used for buying. We could buy based on breakout above the strong support resistance zone 4.50. Here we could buy based on these reversals. Here you can see, look at the position of RSI. It's not far from 15, but not like Bitcoin where the RSI is in the overbought zone. So these signals are perfect for buying. They could be very good for buying, and they were supported by indicators and the position of price against moving averages. And again, these signals they could come from the situations where the true value of the market, which also could be supported by fundamental factors, the true value of this coin was close to the current market price, and it made buying logical. It made buying solid from different points of view. In Bitcoin, I tried to show you that in Bitcoin, even we have even the market moves higher and higher, the market didn't provide us such amazing buy opportunities like, for example, yours, like this market could provide us in the past. So now again, the price is too far from good entry level. It is better to wait for a correction to this zone, buy based on the reversal. Even if the price drop lower, so moving average, simple moving average with a 100 period can be also a good zone for buying based on the reversal signal. From Fahim, technical analysis said it will go back to 4,000, then 5,000 level, 6,000 level, 7,000 level, and now it's close to 10,000 level. We missed the train. Okay, let's move back to Bitcoin. Let's move back to Bitcoin. I tried to tell you about, if you really want to make money in trading, if you really want to succeed in trading, if you really want to use trading like a source providing you money for living, you must get knowledge every day, day by day. I have been trading for 12 years. Believe me, during these 12 years, I put a lot of efforts and spent a lot of time trying to learn how something. And I should say that even after 12 years, I can say that I know maybe 15% from all things which I would like to know about markets, about different aspects of trading. Knowledge is the most powerful thing and the most powerful tool which you can have in your hands, and which can provide you really stable income in the long run, if we talk about stable trading. So knowledge is the key to profitable trading, and if you have knowledge, you don't miss opportunities. You can miss good trading opportunities only because, for example, you sleep and the market moved and you miss this opportunity, or maybe you have a rest in paradise somewhere where there is no internet and you can't trade. So if you stay at your computer, at your laptop, and if you have knowledge, you can't miss opportunities, because markets provides you really good signals, and you could use them for making profit. Bitcoin, I explained during the previous webinars, and I will just tell you one more time how you could join this movement and make money. Your first signal can be used like bullish divergence between price, RSI, MACD. Here, you could buy based on, let's say, you could buy based on the based on bullish divergence and breakout above this local trend line. So your first trade can be like 3,500. You could do this because you know that we have bullish divergence, it's a trend reversal signal, at least it can be correction, so blah 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 blah. The market was in a bearish cycle for 1 year about it. 3000 is a strong level, support level from the past also. So yes, even the previous trades were not successful, like from 6000, where also there we could get buy signals. It doesn't mean that you need to stop. You need to follow the signals every time when they appeared. This signal, you bought it at 3,000, at 3,500. It was your first signal. Well, the next opportunity you could use for buying, it was the breakout above 100 period simple moving average, because you know, because you have knowledge and you have experience, you know how price acts at moving averages and how to use moving average in trading. Breakout about this simple moving average is just a signal confirming a trend, the trend reversal. If this signal tells us about a trend reversal, a possible trend reversal, this breakout confirms us the trend reversal. Sorry for my English. The next signal can be based on the breakout. It could be about 4,000 level. So you have two signals already. You are in the market. You also could use this combination when price broke the trend line, which is also a simple moving average 100 period, with a 100 period, and my price moved back to this line again. And you know that it can be like this, and it can be like the double confirmation that this line is important for the market. And you also see the another moving average, which makes the zone stronger, and you know it because you know how to trade. So it can be your new opportunity for adding some volume. You could see that 4,000 level also is important. And the breakout about this level also can be a good signal confirming the continuation of the upward movement, because let's say from this, let's say here is the first swing. Just a second. Here is this the first swing low. Here is the second swing low, which is higher than the previous one. Here is the first swing high. Here is the second swing high, which at the same level. But if the price breaks this swing high, it will tell us, it will give us a new swing high, higher than the previous high. So the breakout about this level could tell us about the starting a new bullish trend, or it can be like even from this zone if we use just only a moving average. So this breakout can be used also for buying, and it was also good for buying as the fourth zone, fourth signal. If you use a simple moving average, like showing the main trend direction, 200 period, some traders can use it like the main trend direction line. You could use this signal for buying. It can be like about 5,000. That's all. 5 buy signals which you could use starting from the middle of December of 2018. This is the daily chart, and if you had knowledge, you should have a really strong reasons to miss these 5 buy signals, strong buy signals, interesting buy signals. Even if you have a full-time job, you could just open this chart for 5 times, for 5 minutes every night before closing, and just monitor possible situation on the market. And you could use these signals for buying. Of course, without knowledge, you just okay. You could see that the market started the uptrend maybe when it broke 6,000, maybe when it broke 7,000, you could realize and understood that the market the market became bullish and it's time to buy. But in this situation, yes, you try to catch the train which left the station too many hours ago. Of course, it's not correct, and only one reason is you missed these opportunities because you didn't know how to read market movements, how to read signals from indicators, and how to combine them all together, and how to get real signals from market, clear signals, for using them for buying in the right time. That's all. So, of course, now it's who open the trades in these zones, they could be in profit. I don't remember exactly. To my mind, my first trades I posted in the December for our premium members, buy signal for Bitcoin. I don't remember exactly which one, but I followed something like these signals, and the profit was made. Not at 8,000. To my mind, I posted targets at 6,000, something like this. So just it was. I don't tell you just that. Okay, I scroll back and I show you these signals. I use these signals for providing training opportunities, and who followed, they could join in time. If you don't have knowledge, it's time to get knowledge, to start learning in order not to miss these opportunities. It's very simple. Then the next question was Florent, thanks for sharing your thoughts. Thanks for taking part in this stream and supporting it. His volume still a little low on BTC. From Tom. As for the volume, I should say I'm not a good expert in using volume. Just I know the main principles how to use volume in trading, but I'm not an expert. We have in our community. It's not a promotion, it's just an advice. You have a really cool opportunity to join our premium services and products, where you will find an expert of volume, and you will be able to get access to our course, chart reading. Our expert Alexandrov, he's an expert how to use volume and price movements and get interesting information from market. So you will be able to read it, learn it, and become an expert how to use volume in your trading. So for me, just volume is better than the previous one when we saw the sideways movements and the volume was very low, and I post many times crypto is boring market and so on. It was just my reaction on the current market situation. And it was also here. But you can see, if compare this volume with this volume, of course we can see a really good interest supporting the price movement, and Bitcoin shows the growing of this volume in the price movement. So the next question is from Christy. What trade do you recommend me right now on BitMEX? I don't see any difference between BitMEX, Bittrex, Bitstamp, Kraken, and other exchanges, because not places, not exchanges provide you signals. Signals provide you markets, and we talk about markets, and we talk about markets with details, and the main market is Bitcoin. So just the main idea is now it's not a good time for investing, because it's really risky time. We have markets which showed already a good movement, and when correction will be just the question of time. I showed you based on euros the perfect buying opportunities where the market was not overbought and provided us buy opportunity. Now we have overbought market provided by opportunities. It's a really huge risk to buy and get correction. So with wrong money management, especially if you use leverage, buying on top with leverage with wrong money management is just the perfect way to lose all your money. So now it doesn't matter, BitMEX or other exchanges, we have to wait for correction, and even if the markets move higher and make just the local highs, anyway, they will correct this movement anyway, because the correction, why we have correction in trend movements? A very simple example. I'm talking about any type of market, any. So here, do you remember what people wrote, told around when market drops like this? Do you remember? Maybe you don't remember, but I will remind you. Here I have a lot of comments when I started posting about trend reversal, when I started posting about possible buy opportunities, starting a new bullish period, blah blah blah. I got tons of comments that 3,000 will be broken, 1,000, maybe 500, the market will drop, blah 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 blah. For the crowd, this market movement just like a period of continuation, the falling. It can be here just example of based on the bearish trend, but it can be the same based on the bullish trend. But smart guys, smart companies, smart traders, smart just I don't know, smart people. 90% of people lose money, 10% are in profit. So here is the time for acting of these 10% of people, because 90% of people think that the market will drop. So they start buying. Based on, I told you, the signals, it can be different signals. They started buying based on reversals and breakouts. So they have here they started opening first buy position. If big players started buying based on this level, the trend will be stopped, and the downtrend will be stopped, and it will be like a period of sideways movement where more and more people will be involved in buying. So more buyings, more long position. It push price and it reversed the price, the trend, and we have starting a new trend. So here the most smart guys, they opened long position. So more and more people starting closing short position. If they start closing short position, it means they buy. It push price higher. Market moves higher, 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 so more and more people start enjoying. 90% of people start enjoying something like here, because they start see the bullish trend. So here, probably starting from 5,000, I started getting comments, just opposite comments. No, it will be 100,000 level. No, it will be 50,000 level. So only bullish, bullish, bullish. When I started talking about correction, so people started, the whole just crowd started thinking about bullish period. Okay, it's bullish, but these smart people, they are in profit now. You just think that buying now it's a good idea, but these guys think that now it's a good idea to fix the profit which they made, because your profit means if you have floating profit, it means maybe you have nothing. But if you fix the profit, it means you fix the result, the positive result. So, of course, some of them can be, they can invest in the long run for years and hold position, but maybe some of them have, we don't know which strategies they use. I mean, maybe they use just strategies for fixing profit based on current levels and leaving the part for higher targets. We don't know. But why we have correction movements? So when smart guys decided to fix their profit, they start selling. Smart guys means the guys who have a lot of money. They start selling. If they start selling, market can't move upward, and it's just the time when the correction can be started. When big players when the players with solid capitals start fixing profit. They start selling, and the market starts the correction movement. So the question is, when these smart guys will start fixing profit, at which levels? They also can hold forever, because they also understand that there will be a time when the market won't be able to continue the upward movement, and it means the market will start falling. If the market will start falling, it means that they will lose the part of their floating profit. They also won't be interested to just, okay, to make such movement like, I will show you a very simple example. Here, so you could buy here, you just ride this wave. You had to fix profit based on different levels in order to grow your capital. But if you didn't do this, so you moved upward, didn't fix the profit, and drop here. So what is the result of your trading? You missed the opportunity to fix profit, and you couldn't get a lot of profit from this movement. So that's why they need to fix profit time by time. And the question is, when they decide to fix profit, and which levels? Just to fix profit, not to exit from their old position. At least fix the part of profit. Solid resistance levels. If we talk about buy opportunities, these solid resistance levels are 6,000. Market broke this level, but I remind you why the price broke this level. It was the period to moment when we got the news about Fidelity will start new platform in a few weeks. So it was a really strong support for the market, and it was the reason for the market to break this resistance. Market moved higher, 8,000 level. Is it good for fixing profit? If you buy at 3,000, 4,000, why not? To fix the profit here, it will be more than 100% of profit. Yes, and this zone can be really good for fixing profit by big players, for fixing the part of profit, and it can be the reason for moving downward. 10,000, it's the best resistance zone. So something not far from these levels, you will be able to get just closing buy position, which will lead to correction movement. So it's just the question of time. So the next question about what is your view on BTT, BTC? Let's look at BTT, BTC. If you don't mind, let's use Bittrex. Again. So, what is not good with such markets? You can use technical analysis. You can use only your prediction based on how cool the project is, based on the potential of project, because these candles will tell you just only probably this 0.00000000. It can be like a local bottom, but the market has no history, has no the past performance. There are no clear understanding possible zones where the market can where the price can be bounced, and so for technical analysis it is useless. If you use this market like for short-term trading, it's useless. For medium-term trading, it's also useless as you don't have signals, solid signals. But for long-term trading, like you invest a part of your capital in a project which is behind this coin, you need to think about how project is cool, how it is reliable, and which perspective it has. And only based on this knowledge and based on this data, you can think about investing in this market. If you really think it will be cool in 1 to 3 years. But again, how to invest? Invest only a small part of money, because this market is unpredictable, it is new, it doesn't have reputation in history, it has nothing solid. So maybe invest 3%, maybe invest 5% from all your capital, but not investing like the half of your capital in shitcoins. Why I'm talking about it? Because time by time I got messages. What should I do? What should I do? What should I do? I have a drawdown. I have in troubles with my investments, and I see huge portfolios with just only shit coins and without any plan. You must have plan. Why you invest in this market? What are the reasons which can push the price higher? What are the reasons? If you just buy only because it is BTT, BTC, it means nothing. It means you don't have plan, and if you don't have plan, you have great chances to fail with this market and with whole trade. So focus on fundamental factors first of all. The next question is about what do you think about XLM? Sorry, I have no ideas about this market. Let's look at it. If you want, it can be based on. We talk about it. Yeah, we talked about it during the previous streams. And again, what I mean, the market continued the sideways movement in the range. I draw this range. So if it is range, it means you need to buy based on reversals from borders of the range inside the channel. We have the price channel. So the first buying zone, for example, could be like based on this reversal, or based on the breakout from the range, the price channel. We got this breakout. It was a fake breakout as the price dropped inside of the price channel one more time. But again, we got a new attempt to move above this resistance line. This resistance line is based on these swing highs. So again, if we make the whole picture, we can see that if compared with Ripple looks much better because there is huge space for the upward movement. If we talk about this market, yes, we can say the bearish trend is over. Also, we got trend reversal signals here, and the trend reversal was confirmed, for example, based on this simple moving average 100 period. Price move above it, it can be used for buying based on this breakout. The market couldn't develop the uptrend. Price broke this uptrend line and confirmed that we have the bullish trend reversal. So after that, we could get two directions: sideways or continuation of the falling. Market moved sideways, moved back, and tried to make a new attempt to start the bullish trend. So now we see the market which tries to move above this price channel and start a new uptrend. As for possible trading opportunities, buying based on this breakout can be done, but again, it's not the perfect time. If we talk about medium-term trading, if we talk about long-term trading, these levels also can be good because it's not far from the possible bottom. So if your target is something like here, so there is not so huge difference. Yes, you will lose, you won't be able to get some part of extra profit, but still you will be able to make profit if you have such targets. But if this market is not so solid based on fundamental factors, again, and I remind you the way of thinking, what will be with the other crypto markets if Bitcoin will continue the uptrend. Here we have variance. This market can continue the uptrend, or it can move sideways if money will be moved from this market to Bitcoin. So there are variants. This market is risky, is much more risky than Bitcoin and top altcoins. And the zone for buying is not perfect. Even it can be used. It can be used, but it's not perfect. So maybe a little part of money can be invested in this market. And if the market will correct this movement and drop lower, buying from the bottom, let's say it's 0.10, 0.8, it can be used for adding more volume to the market. But again, you can buy, just like an example, nothing more. It's not call to action. For example, if I have such market, how I could trade? In order not to skip buy opportunity, because here is the breakout and it is buy opportunity, I could open and invest in this market based on this breakout, 1% of my capital. If the market continue upward movement, it's okay. I'm in the market and I can get some profit. If the market drops somewhere, let's say to 0.1 or below, I will add 1%, or maybe I will add 2% in the market, and I will just use this falling like a new buy opportunities for building my positions, long position. So there will be two positions. If the market drops lower, my volume, bigger volume from this entry level, and with stop below this support, it won't take too much risk for me, and okay, I will exit and I will fix just this trade like not successful. If it continues upward movement, I will be able to make a really huge profit from this trade and add more profit from this trade. It will be the proper and the smart decision for investing in this market. But if I invest here 90% of all my capital here, so I will have opportunity to drop and I won't have money for buying from this zone, or just I will rely on how lucky I am, and if the market will continue falling, I will make some money. But again, if we talk about trading, it's not like every day you must check how lucky you are. No, you must be solid in your decision. You must follow the signals. You must have your plan. You must follow your plan. You must be smart in your decision, and you must do the proper steps. So buying all in based on this breakout, it's not the proper step. So think about the alternative. From Tyler, do you trade altcoins in other pairs like USDT, TUSD, PEX, Ethereum when BTC is unable? For me, it's really very simple. I don't focus on crypto at all. I'm not a crypto enthusiast, and to my mind, I told you about several times, at least in posts on TradingView. I really don't care. For me, crypto is very interesting, like a market for trader. It is a really interesting market, providing a really very interesting opportunities with a good profit. For me, it's a market providing a really amazing opportunities for trading without margin. It allows me to use different strategies and to use another type of risk. So I'm focused on making money on Bitcoin, in crypto, and I don't care about the difference between Bitcoin Cash and Bitcoin, because it doesn't allow me to make money. But I'm a trader and I'm an investor. I want to make money. So I search for trading opportunities, and if these markets provide trading opportunities, I enter the market. That's all. I am in long position with Bitcoin, and for me, Bitcoin is a solid market for the long run. Also, I have position for Stellar. I don't know why, but I like this market from the past, from 2017. It was very nice. It showed very nice movement, but again, just a small part of capital invested in Stellar. The main thing is I invested in Bitcoin because of many reasons, and I explained them. Solid market, trusted market, with great potential market, waiting for institutional money. If there are no opportunities, I have robots for trading on Forex market. So the part of my capital invested in Forex, I have a portfolio included crypto for investing for the long run, for active trading Forex market. Now I moved from manual trading to algo trading using robots, and it makes trading really very simple. And now I want to add for manual trading. I felt in love in stock trading. I tried trading stocks based on contracts for difference, but it's like just a financial instrument, far from the real trading, from real stock trading. Now I'm moving to real stock trading, and it's a really amazing world with so many opportunities. And it's also perfect for manual trading. It's perfect for trading without leverage. Leverage is not something like a cool thing which must be used. Leverage is additional obligation and additional tool allowing you to lose all your money, because wrong decision, you lose a part of money. If you don't know how to trade, leverage is the perfect tool for blowing up any size of capital. So stock markets looks interesting. They provide also amazing opportunities for making money. These markets also, like crypto, they are supported by companies. If we talk about crypto, which also supported some part of coins supported by projects behind them, all of them are interested in growing their value, in growing the value of their shares or coins. It means this market, like the market with one direction, the road with one direction, they're perfect one for buying. So you don't need to think a lot about should I sell, should I buy, or maybe should I stay away, like it in Forex. Forex moves sideways, and you have opportunities for buying, for selling, and it's difficult sometimes to sell. What should you do? Buy or sell? You need, let's say, double work. With stocks and crypto, you need just search for buying opportunities, many. That's really simple. Crypto, why crypto is cool? it can make 20% per day. It can make 50% per day. It can make more per day percent of movement. The same goes about stocks. If we talk about penny stocks, some of them can make 100% per day, 200% per day movement, and it can be really cool opportunities for buying. Some can make 10% per day, 50, 20, so they also provide the same opportunities like crypto. But when we talk about crypto, it is really small market. It is the market where there is no infrastructure around it. It's rather difficult to trade, and it's you can't use all type of orders together, and it's rather difficult. Stock markets provide you amazing opportunities from all sides of spectrum. You can use screeners where you can put your parameters, which what market you would like to trade. For example, I want to trade the market which made the movement in upward on 10%. You put this parameter, click, and in 5 seconds you have all markets which made such movement. You want to trade only based on you want to trade only oversold markets, because it's logical. If market is oversold, it has potential for upward movement. You put this parameter, you put click, you click the button, and in 5 seconds you have all oversold markets from 1,000 markets. It's amazing. It's really amazing. You can use professional trading platforms, allowing you doing everything you want. With crypto, it's not so good. For stock markets, you can trade in short term easily because there are a lot of opportunities and markets are ready for such type of trading. With crypto, there are a lot of manipulative movements. There are a lot of markets with unpredictable movements, and so for investing, yes, it's really cool because it is new market. It has super potential. So if crypto provides me nothing for trading, I can focus on other markets. And that's why when we talk about profitable trading, when we talk about stable trading, in your portfolio you must have different markets for trading. I use Forex and trading robots. It means I don't spend time for Forex trading. Robots trade by themselves and provide income. For stocks trading, I have just exact period of time when markets are opened. You can use it. With crypto, I invest in crypto and wait for new opportunities, just in order to unlatch and to build to fix profit. It depends on situation. Altogether, it makes the trading much more stable and profitable in the long run. So if you focus only on crypto, for you it could be amazing, super cool 2017 year, when you could when you can become rich very quickly. But if you didn't fix that profit, and I know a lot of people preferred not to fix profit in, or not to exit in fiat money or stable coins like USDT. They preferred to grow their Bitcoin value. So they made the Bitcoin value in their wallet bigger, but Bitcoin also drops. So you spend 1 year for nothing. 2018 without any good trading opportunities. If you focus only on one market, you will have such periods of when there are opportunities for trading, when there are no opportunities to trade, and it will be really very difficult to make a stable income, just stable and enough for living. So that's why I'm talking about if you really want to become a successful trader, a successful investor in any financial market, you must get knowledge in order to make your trading solid, in order to make your trading proper in different aspects of trade, and only these things will allow you to get stable income time by time, just which will help you to get financial freedom if you need it, if you want to get it. If you like your current work, if you like to work like 5-8 hours per day with 2 weekends, and you use trading like additional income, it's your choice. But don't try to change your life playing with markets, because you will fail. If you really want to change your life and get your financial goals and get your financial independence, you must do for this something, at least starting learning and starting trading in the right direction. Sorry for this long speech. Let's move back to your questions, and they are following. The question is from Raul. Is there a free Telegram signals for 3 months, if I understand it correctly? If we talk about this free offer, you will be able to get premium content, premium stuff which we have, which we provide now for the current members. We provide trading signals, market overviews. You can ask experts for, just if you interested in some market, you can ask to make analysis for exact markets based on your request. You will have access to our academy, where you will find money management course, trading psychology course, chart reading course about a new and unique method of getting information from charts. You will be able to get access to our new copy trading platform with our new trading robot, which provides signals from Forex markets. What does it mean? It means even if you don't have knowledge about Forex, how to trade, there are only, let's say, 2 ways how to start trading Forex. Diversify your trading, like I talked with you about. We need to diversify our trading and make our portfolios from different markets. So, trading robots and copy trading, there are only 2 solutions. If you start Forex trading without knowledge and by yourself, you will fail, believe me. We now prepared in order to make other markets more available for different types of people without knowledge, with little knowledge. We create a system. That's why we ask for beta testers. We prepared the robot. We connected with copy trading platform. You join to this and you get signals and you get trades from our robot to your accounts in auto mode, and you need to do nothing. It's really very cool. And another cool thing, we also test the cooperation with the broker. The broker is solid. The broker who provides you opportunities to trade in the traditional markets like Forex. This broker give you cashback. $300. If you invest $1,000, you will get cashback $300 for your trades. It means even if during this period you will get drawdown on $300 or less, the broker will return this drawdown, this money to you. So it's really amazing offer from the broker. We try to copyright this broker and we test everything, because we are working on a new platform and new model, and there will be really new great changes in our project soon, when we test all things which we must test before it. So, amazing opportunity, try in other markets, get signals, talk with our experts, get knowledge, get experience for free. 3 months for free. How to use GenFan? It's a very nice question from Vitaly, and I will reply you in very simple way. I have no ideas how to use GenFan, because when we talk about trading, there are so many opportunities, there are so many tools, there are so many methods, there are so many theories, and it's very difficult to know everything about them. I focus on technical analysis. When I start learning, I learn everything, just the part about fundamental analysis, the part about technical analysis, and I understood that for me technical analysis is much better, and I started moving in this direction. Some people can prefer and can think that fundamental analysis for them is better choice. Okay, you start moving in fundamental analysis and start getting more and more details, knowledge, experience in this direction. My direction is technical analysis. In this technical analysis, there are also a lot of other tools, theories, methods for trading. You can trade based on Fibonacci. Fibonacci includes also many instruments, retracements, something like fans, and a lot of things. You can, again, if you want to become a professional in trading with Fibonacci, you must focus and spend years for learning this, because it's not something like, okay, I use this, I read 5 minutes a book, I watch a video, how to use Fibonacci. It's not enough, because it's just the theory about how to use, apply all these tools, Fibonacci tools, how to use them properly, how to combine them with other indicators, and so on. The same goes about, for example, Elliott's waves theory. It is really very complicated. What I can see now on TradingView, a lot of experts use it in wrong way. Why they use in wrong way? Because they spend maybe 10 minutes and read only about we have 5 waves like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, where 2 and the second and the fourth waves are correction one, and we have ABC. So that's all. It's just the level of their knowledge. But if we move deeper in Elliott's wave theory, we'll find tons of unique situation, how to use in this situation, that situation. There are so many stuff, and you must also spend time for learning it, a lot of time. The same goes about GANs, fans. It's just another method which you need to learn. I didn't learn it, and I prefer to use the tools which for me were more comfortable. I like indicators, I like candlestick patterns, I like chart patterns. So I am focusing it, and I develop myself in this direction, developing strategies based on this indicator. So I really have no ideas how to use again fans. But if you really want to be a pro in this direction, first of all, learn the basic of technical analysis and get deeper in this part of theory which you think is comfortable for you. So from Vitaly, from my point of view, this crazy parabolic move isn't the result of manipulation. FOMO or stocks is about to collapse. If we talk about Bitcoin, first of all, I don't understand clearly what is the parabolic movement, because I saw some posts on TradingView where some experts talk about parabolic movements. So is it? I'm not sure that they. The reason was I didn't see what is parabolic. Parabolic is just an indicator which show us something like the price movement, and it is just the dots confirming which the dots below price tell us about the upward movement, and until we have dots moving upward below the price, we have the uptrend. When the price break this the last dot, we get a trend reversal signal and a new falling. I remember there some authors from TradingView wrote about parabolic movement, but they didn't use, to my mind, I can be wrong, but as I remember, they don't use this parabolic indicator, and they talk about parabolic. For me, it's just a rather strange thing, because I know this parabolic and I don't know another parabolic like they can be used, maybe something else, something created by them. So I have no ideas. If you mean parabolic, yes, it tells us about the upward movement, because you can see these 3 dots, one, not 3, we had the parabolic confirming the downward movement, this bullish candle break the last dot, and now we have the parabolic supporting the upward movement. But again, only because we have such breakout, and that's why we got this supporting from parabolic. And nothing more about it. About collapse. FOMO of stock is about collapse. I think the main reason, the main reason of this upward movement, the interest from and not only interest and nearest opportunities to involve institutional traders. Institutional traders means big money in this crypto, in Bitcoin. All these factors push Bitcoin upwards. For me, it's the main reason, not FOMO. Why we didn't get FOMO before in 2018? We got good opportunities at 6,000 level, price bounce, and it was really solid support. But we could see that all attempts to start a new bullish trend failed that time. Even the market corrected the previous upward movement. Even we didn't have negative fundamental news pushing the price down, the market couldn't start upward movement. It's a fact. And now we have opportunities to start, and market started the upward movement. And it was started when we started getting news about bugs, about Fidelity platform, just something real telling us about that institutional money will come to Bitcoin. It could be like a reason for starting this uptrend. For me, it's just like this and nothing more. Yes, BTC is the king. I agree with you. Thank you very good for perspective. Your logic and explanation about how smart guys who bought and bottom was great. Believe me, when I learn English better and when I will be able to express myself better in English, I will tell you much more interesting things, but not now. Waves, BTC. Let's look at waves in BTC, and it is like, I hope you don't, sorry, waves. If you don't mind, let's use Bittrex. Very nice market. Falling, falls. What do you want? If you want to invest in waves, it looks like it's not a good idea at all, because markets continues falling, and yes, it can be like it can be used like a bullish divergence between price and indicators. But as far as I know, Waves is not a very strong and cool project which can just repeat this movement, because if Bitcoin will continue the upward movement, I would like to say that probably this continues the falling. So this upward movement was when Bitcoin started sideways movement. So Waves is not a good market for buying from my point of view. Even it's not far from you should focus on the price section at 0.00025 because it is it looks like a solid bottom. Price bounce from it 2 times, and maybe it can be like a variant to invest some part of money if you don't agree with me and think that Waves is a cool coin because of and you must understand the reasons why it is so cool. You can invest, but again, there are a lot of markets. Why not to invest some person? not to invest 10, 50, 20 in such unstable and predictable markets. If you want to invest just 1, 2, 3%, 5%, not more. It's just only my personal opinion. Do your own research, and only you can be responsible for your trading results. Don't forget about it. BTC is the king. You have a long-term position on Stellar, but you don't know why. I like that market, but again, why I invested in that market? It was like a period when I moved, I focused in crypto trading. For me, this market I traded based on Poloniex, and that market was one of from the list which I tested, which I used. And I left some position from that time, so I added some position now, maybe several weeks ago, 1 month ago. And believe me, just small parts. I wanted to play with it. I wanted to play with this market because I like it. I like it now, and for me, I take all responsibility for this decision. Believe me. If one day I will decide to blow up all my capital, I will do it because it will be my decision and it will be my plan. So I will know and I will plan everything before opening the trade. I bought this Stellar knowing that it can just give nothing, it can give some profit. I don't know, maybe 1% of my capital invested in this. I don't care. I really don't care. Will it? If it will reach 1 million level, it will be just like a bonus, nothing more. But I like this market. As for Stellar, I replied. What is your suggestion for big loser from 2017? Lots of people are down at 90%. Please make a suggestion on this. Okay, the first suggestion. You are in a drawdown, in a huge drawdown. You must get benefits from it. For you, it's the priceless. It's really the priceless experience, and it's priceless lesson which you have to analyze, write it down. What you did wrong, you could do wrong. I guess the first reason is you opened your position without plan. You didn't plan how you will where to fix profit, where to exit if the market will move against you. So you did you did it wrong. Another thing is you could do it like invested in all markets just because you wanted to invest. Like me, I invested in Stellar because I like it, and I know a lot. But I invested 1% or maybe less. I don't remember exactly. But people invested all their money, savings in markets which they liked. Somebody tells to invest. I don't know. Gurus from TradingView promised to provide you opportunities to buy Lamborghini, just only invest in this coin, and a lot of people invested. So, and it can lead to such drawdowns. Again, you must think about what you did wrong. You didn't have plan. You invested in markets without any ideas why you invested in it. You have to write it down. Now you have the situation where you are in drawdown. In such situations, mainly, it's very difficult to provide only one amazing advice which will help you to move back all your money. Because you are, let's say you are in shit, and you did all the best for reaching this status and reaching this situation. How to get out from it is just, it can be a really difficult question for replying, because every situation will be different. If you invest, for example, if you bought Bitcoin at 17,000 level or at 20 level, you are in one situation. You can do nothing because you invested money. You are in huge loss now, but you have market, a bullish market, which can reach your entry level and provide you at least to exit from your position with as small loss as possible, but maybe to make some profit. It's one story. If you invest in shitcoins, it's another story, because shitcoins can move everything. They can move in your direction. They can drop to zero and burn all your money. It will be another story. But again, what can you do? If you have maybe altcoins, shitcoins, it's just like a possible variant. It's not just a clear reply to your question and just the advice. If I were you, if I made a wrong decision, for example, and if I invested in a lot of altcoins, shitcoins, and now I have 90% drawdown, what should I do? First of all, I should forget about, I must follow the logic. First of all, I must forget about shitcoins because they are unpredictable, and it's a fact, they are really unpredictable. They can give you opportunity to move your money back, but at the same time they can give you opportunity to reach zero level with them, because markets are unpredictable. Following this idea, I would like to look at Bitcoin. Now it's just a good time, and zoom it, look into the whole picture. I would like to think about, okay, I have a lot of shit in my portfolio, which is unpredictable. I have Bitcoin, which can be popular during the same period, which can give a good income, which is solid, which has a reputation, which has interest from institutional money. It means money will come. It can push the price higher. It can. Just more predictable movements can be on Bitcoin. And I can see the space for the upward movement here, and based on the current levels, I would like, for example, to sell shitcoins which I have and start buying Bitcoin based on the current level. If there will be correction, it will be better for me to sell more shitcoins, buy more Bitcoins. So try to find the solution selling useless and unpredictable coins. Even they can make you money back, but invest in more solid markets. Anyway, Bitcoin will have potential anyway. Shitcoins have a huge list of questions. What will be with shitcoins? You know, market don't need 2000 altcoins. For what? For what you need 2000 altcoins? Reasons. If you know that there are a lot of scam projects, if there are no just useless project, the idea is useless. The same goes like about stock market. There are thousands of penny stocks. Companies like, oh, I have an idea. I'm going to open a company. Okay, I open a company. I have a plan. Can you compare this company with Apple or with Facebook? There are two different levels of these companies. And investing in Apple, you invest in company with a solid reputation, which responsible for the profit for the investors, for growing their shares, and you invest in no name, who have nothing behind, who have no responsibility. Two different situations. And I would like to invest in Bitcoin, and maybe thinking not to move back all your money, because you are in shit right now in such situation. If you have 90% of drawdown, it's a fact. Use this information for becoming better, and use just the opportunity of Bitcoin. Try to exit to cut at least as much drawdown as possible. Only this thing, from my point of view, can be logical and possible for solving these problems. But for future, you need to avoid the same mistakes. And again, we move back to knowledge and experience, which you must have. What books about trading you can advise? What is your favorites? If you don't mind about books, I will keep this question because Wednesday Wednesday. During the Wednesday, uh, at the same time, this Wednesday, I will make the stream Ask Me Anything, where we talk about trading, investing, money management, and so on. This question is perfect for that stream because I talked during that stream about ask me questions. So that let's do it like this. Questions about trading, it's better to ask Wednesday. Trading questions about markets, it's better to ask on Monday because we talk about markets now. So I wrote your question in my list of questions, and I will provide you reply about books, which books are interesting, and reply you on Wednesday if you don't mind, and it will be another motivation to visit that stream too if you like this one. There is a scammer YouTuber who constantly see parables and hand shoulders everywhere. Oh, there are really. What I don't like in crypto, the crypto gave us good opportunities for trading. It's a fact. What is, let's say, negative aspects of these amazing opportunities? Crypto markets created so many useless scammed projects where there is only one goal: to get money from uneducated people, selling them different sorts of shit. Believe me, this type of trading signals, this type of premium Telegram channels, this sort of low quality educational courses, educational stuff, this sort of poor and not workable crypto bots, all this poor quality stuff could be sold, can be sold only in crypto field, because there are a lot of people who knows nothing about trading, who don't want to do anything to become better, to get something new, to learn something new. And this crypto provides a lot of tons of, let's say, shit, and there is a great demand for this because it's crypto. You can sell in crypto signals in for $300 because it's crypto, but the same type of signals for traditional markets you can get for $30. You see the difference, and because people don't know what to do and they buy everything, and that's why there are a lot of so fake experts who really don't. Maybe you, I don't know. Maybe for you it's there is no difference between. I don't know, you read different posts on TradingView, and I also read different posts on TradingView. For you, maybe there are no difference between them. But for me, believe me, I see so many mistakes. You can't imagine. I can talk hours about different types of mistakes which TradingView produce every day. And I also can compare it with TradingView, which was 3 years ago, before crypto. Where you can find really cool offers with really interesting posts where you can get knowledge and experience from them. So huge difference. And of course there are a lot of people using parabolics and I don't know, head and shoulders where there are nothing on them. It's okay because it's crypto, and it looks like the majority wants to be cheated. So if people want to lose money, if they want to be cheated, they will be. It's their choice. That's all. That's simple. What I think about the future of BTC for the next 2 months? The next 2 months, I would like to see the correction. I hope it will be during 2 months, because if we didn't, if we don't get the correction, it will be really it will be additional step in the direction of making the bubble with further fallings great experience and emotions like we have in 2019. Uh, Francisco, I am very interested in your aviator, but I'm concerned about trust. Uh, because even though you are a real person and seem reliable, who do you think it is? I can't say I am reliable. I can't say I am. I don't know. I no. I can say everything, but it's just the question: will you believe my words or not? Uh, I try to do my best for providing as good services as possible and providing as possible do all the best for being helpful for people. It's just my choice because I remember how I started in the beginning. I also faced with a lot of problems in trading. I also faced with a lot of shit content trying to become, trying to get knowledge. And I decided one day if I can share something which I pass already, and if it can be helpful for someone, why not to do this? I have opportunity to do this, and I try to do this now in Tradunity format with the team of amazing people who help me, and all together we try to make we do the best for making Tradunity as one of the best projects in the world about trading in the financial markets, providing interesting stuff, helpful stuff, educational stuff, solutions for trading. Of course, it is we work and we talk about financial markets where there are no solid, reliable, 100% true signals, and where you can make only profit and only profit. People, when people face with the reality, some of them become disappointed because they expect it. I start following this smart guy. He told me about his profession, blah blah blah. Okay, I believe him and I start following him. But what's wrong? I got signal, and this signal gave me a loss. I get another signal, I get a loss. I bought his robot and I'm in drawdown. What's wrong? Maybe he is stupid and maybe he is not real. Maybe he is the king of technical analysis and the legend. Or I don't know. But come on, it is the real. We show you the real trading. Real trading means there are drawdowns, there are trades closed by stop orders. There are periods of when you there can be months when you can't make profit. It is real trading. We don't provide different tricks, different types of manipulation which can show you, okay, we have 95% win rate. We're cool. Buy our signals. Follow us. We're so cool. We could make 6,000% this year. Join us. I know different types of tricks which could help us to make such beautiful picture for you too, because it's not so difficult, believe me. You just need to manipulate with the numbers, with the charts. I can show you only profitable trades. There will be so good profit. But when you buy it and when you face with the real trading, everyone will face with real trading, you will be disappointed. But our position is, my position as the founder of the project and the position of the whole project, we want to show you the real trading. We want to show you we are transparent. We have all our signals in a spreadsheet where you can see that all of them real, they are good, some of them closed by stop because we have the period of drawdowns and our robot made the period of drawdowns. It's the part of trading. Even if you are super cool professional trader working in a super cool hedge fund, you will have lost trades. It's a part of trading. You shouldn't. I hope you don't surprise when you have a business and every year you must pay tax, because it's a part of game. You must pay tax. The same goes about trading. Lost trades, it's a part of profitable trading. In the long run, there are no other ways. If you try to break the rules, trying to get just very good results, it means You trade without stop losses. If you trade without stop losses, yes, on the one hand, you don't have loss trades closed by stop, and you can have 100% win rate. But on the other hand, it's just the question of time when you blow up all your money. That's very simple. So we promote the proper trading, the rules of proper money management, proper trading. We show trading as it is. Do you want to believe me or you don't want to believe me? I am open. I don't hide against funny avatars. I don't hide myself from the community, from followers, from subscribers. You can find me here. You can ask me any question, and I will reply you any question. For me, believe me, it's really okay to talk about drawdowns which our robot made, or I can talk with you about old trades which were closed by stop from my side, and it's absolutely okay for me because I understand it's a part of trading, and my target just to show you that it's a part of trading. It's absolutely okay. Will you believe me or not? It's your choice only. And if you want to try become successful in trading by yourself, it's your choice, and I just respect your choice. If you don't believe in aviator, you have protection from broker. You have additional stuff which you can get for during this access if you agree to, if you want to follow this deal. So you will get, believe me, you will get a lot of interesting information which will be really helpful for you, which will help you to protect your money in the future. And all these benefits will be much stronger than just your hesitations about aviator. We believe in this robot. We tested it on past history. We tested it in the real trading during 3 months and more. Of course, every new day can give us something new, and markets can be unpredictable, and they follow their own plans. But we do the best, and they did the best for providing this workable solution for everyone. So, what to do? Next, just your choice. Wise to invest without any contracts. I am no expert on these things. Thankful. No. If you talk with me, forget about unpolite questions, because for me all questions are polite. Yeah, it's not a problem. Will global coin news affect BTC price? Global coins news, you mean what? Currencies or economic events? I don't believe in correlation between crypto and commodities markets, stock markets. I don't believe. Some people try to show you such correlation, like look at the price movement of Coca-Cola and Bitcoin. Do you see the same patterns? For me, it's useless, really, because there is nothing for comparing. The same goes about Bitcoin and gold. Also, nothing to compare. Different markets with different structures, with different everything. So useless, but it's good for getting likes and views. What do you think about Bitcoin ETF? Is it required for the price continue to improve? I really have no opinion about this about this instrument. I tried to trade. Futures, but the broker asked for a lot of money for this, and I forget about it. For me, just standard Bitcoin price is okay. Just combining different information, trying to get something more reliable for taking your decision, it's also not the good way, because there are no super reliable indicators. There are no super reliable tools or something else, methods for trading. Just you need to find the tools which are workable and suitable for you. The keyword suitable, and use it. Or if the market is in bullish trend, different indicators will tell you this. If it doesn't matter what type of scale you use for the chart, also it doesn't matter which indicators you use. If there is a clear signal that the market moves in the uptrend, it means you are in the right direction and you can buy. Futures for Bitcoin, how you can use it, I have no ideas. Of course, some people can correlate its movements with Bitcoin movements and find some decisions, but if this combination of information will be helpful and comfortable to use, okay, why not to use? There are just only one tool which can make money. There are a lot of tools which can help you to make money. And what is also very important, that different tools can provide you good signals for trading. And there are no 100% reliable signals. You must understand it clearly. Nobody can guarantee you something or provide you really solid, strong signal for buying, selling. There are no such signals because markets follow their own plan. They are unpredictable sometimes. Sometimes they can be very unpredictable. Sometimes they can be predictable. So that's why sometimes you can get news which change everything. Do you know which news can be released in 5 minutes? No ideas. But do you remember that in 2018, in the beginning, bam, and you got a news from China. China banned ICO project. It was unpredictable news. So that's all. All your plan can be changed, can be destroyed. Do you think that a new Bitcoin historical high will also bring a new slow down speed in transaction as occurred in the end of 2017? As I told you, I am not expert in technical aspects of cryptocurrency. For me, it's not something like a reason which can stop the market from moving higher. Just only if we talk about transaction speed and maybe additional fears. It's a problem of miners and who supports project and who supports Bitcoin. And this question just for community of Bitcoin community. So I think it won't give you something interesting which will help to maybe to take the right decision. Do you think that if the speed of transaction will be lower, historical high won't be reached? How you correlate it? Or just maybe we need to follow another factors which can support market or stop the market? So I have no ideas. But again, don't make trading more complicated. Try to just find the simple solutions and follow them. If you need in some time, if you see that you need something to improve, you can add something, but not start trading with from complicated things. It looks like trying to correlate transaction fears with the potential of Bitcoin and with the market movements. It can be like I'm trying to find something which will support my idea, but there are a lot of other tools which can give you such ideas much faster and in more simple way. So 2 hours and a half it looks like, I'm not sure, we spent together, and I'm really very grateful for your time which you spent here. And what I want to say, thank you very much for your time. I will be happy to see you on Wednesday, and we can talk about only about trading, just about everything, not touching charts and exact markets. Thank you very much for your time. I will be also grateful if you support this stream by your likes, by your comments. This stream is not perfect, and we still develop our ideas how we should make YouTube channel, how to make it comfortable, interesting for many people, helpful for many people. We have our vision, and if you have your vision how to make such streams more interesting, just write in comments, give us your feedback, because your feedback, I do it for you and we do it for you. So your feedback is really very important for us, and your likes, your subscription to this channel motivates us to do more and more. So your feedback is really very priceless, and thank you very much for it. I remind you one more time about our offer, which is available. It will be available, I hope, during this week. But if you think about join or not, or join, just please be hurry up, because we have some free spots left, but I'm not sure that we will be able to unlatch this number of spots, or the broker will be able to provide, for example, cashback term. So it's better to hurry up, it's better. And if you have any question about this offer, which is really the best, believe me, I know different offers from different projects, because I'm interested in everything. This offer looks really very interesting, and only even access to our knowledge base and to our experts will give you, believe me, a lot of interesting ideas how to trade properly. So thank you very much. Have a nice week. Have a profitable week. See you soon. Bye bye.